Hello and welcome to episodes 49 to 54, I think, of Love Island. This is the final week of the show, so it is a little bit boring because everybody's kind of paired up and there's minor couple drama, but not anything big is going to be happening. So we had the recoupling. Danica chose Jamie and she tells India that she didn't feel anything with Reese and she likes Jamie, so that explains her decision. She's feeling hopeful and happy. They are very cute together. Reese and Natalia talk and he's a little disappointed. She is his type, looks-wise, and she has this big personality that he likes, but they just agree to see what happens next and explore if anything is there beyond the friendship. Andrew and Tasha are talking about their hypothetical wedding. They're fine. Lacey is happy with Deji. Natalia says she isn't sure if there's anything there with Reese, but he's a lovely and good-looking guy, so she's going to see. Danica chats with Reese and she tells him that there was just a better connection with Jamie. She says she knows what it's like to be stood up there at the fire pit, but there are no hard feelings here. They hug. They're fine. The gang then have an egg and spoon race and a bunch of other things in their sports challenge. The next day, Natalia says that she's going to have a chat with Reese. She doesn't think that there's a spark there. And so they have that conversation, I guess. And then Davide makes a tiramisu for Ek and Sue. He pulls her aside then for a chat at the place that they had their first kiss. He has the dessert brought out and it says, "Are you mine?" And she says yes and they kiss. They're exclusive. As an Ekin fan, I was very happy for her. I don't think they're going to last on the outside, but I'm glad that he gave her that big romantic gesture and that he made the effort, and she enjoyed that. Gemma tells Luca that she prefers it their way, that they didn't have to make a big gesture or a big thing and tell everyone that they're official. I mean, I believe her. It would have been too cringy for her had Luca made a big gesture, but let's just be happy for Ek and Sue. There's another vote then, where the couple with the fewest votes is going to risk being voted off the island. Andrew and Tasha are saved, thank goodness, the public came through for them. Davide and Ek and Sue are saved. Dami and India, I suppose it will be just easier to tell you who's going home. Deji and Lacey, and Reese and Natalia are going home. Honestly, I might have preferred to see Paige and Adam rather than Deji and Lacey go home. But oh well, the public has spoken. In episode 50, I should point out that last episode, it was the public who had decided to save Danica and Jamie. So they're pretty happy. Gemma and Luca chat and Luca says that he's kind of bummed about not having to do the big "we're exclusive" gesture. And Gemma's like, look, we know what we are. We don't need all that. Out in the real world, it might feel a little silly and I'd probably agree with Gemma, but I wouldn't mind the romance of it in this context in the villa because it's all just kind of fun, you know? By the way, I've noticed for a while now that Tashin and Ekin have a really sweet friendship. So today the boys are preparing brunch for the girls. Avocado toast, bacon and poached eggs. It looks really good. Danica asks Jamie about his footballing and the stereotype about girls. He says that he's got all that partying and playing out of his system. Dami tells India, who is stunning in a yellow bikini by the way, that he loves her. He says it, and she says it back. And then there's this conversation where Paige tells Luca that he's punching with Gemma. So based on the context, it means that Gemma is the more attractive one in the relationship. I don't know why Brits talk like this, my God. So Luca absolutely disagrees. Then Adam says that he thinks that Ekin is punching with Davide. That Davide is a really attractive guy, but it's Ekin's fiery, fun personality that actually makes him more attractive. This is so true. Anyway, the gang then does a talent show. Danica dances. Remember, she went to uni for dance. She's very good. Adam does a magician show with Paige as his assistant. This is so boring. I can't stand magic tricks, but, you know, it works, I guess. Tasha does the Cup song, the Anna Kendrick song. And I mean, her voice is not good at all, but it's a very, very adorable performance. Dami does a rap. It was pretty charming. He includes every one of the islanders in it. Jamie does some football tricks and Danica is part of it as well. Very cute. Gemma and Paige perform the My Humps song from the Black Eyed Peas. Look, they're having fun, which is great, but it was kind of giving white girls on TikTok rapping, you know, a little bit cringy. Ekin comes out as a beauty pageant queen, a drama queen, and she makes this speech about what she loves and appreciates about the girls on the island. It's very sweet. Andrew, my favorite, shows a little villa diorama and he gives a funny tour of the villa. Now remember, his real life job is that he's a real estate agent. Anyway, it's all very impressive and it's funny. India gives a very sorry performance on the recorder. She looks stunning though. Davide makes a carbonara. Look, this is very, very hot. In fact, Davide has been looking hot lately. I don't know what's happening this week. Anyway, Luca sings a One Direction song, I think, some kind of boy band. Everyone eventually sings along and they have a fun time. And I love that Luca committed to the bit by wearing, like a boy band outfit or whatever. He's a terrible singer, but he was obviously going for the comedy angle, and it is really funny. In episode 51, Davide and Ekin are having a bit of a row. He's making it up to her by making pasta. I think I kind of missed what this was about, but Ekin points out that she doesn't find it funny that Davide joked about kind of going outside of the villa and cracking on. He's kind of like made this joke about, doing his own thing on the outside or whatever. Anyway, they eventually make up. Honestly, I see variations of this very argument often in their future. The guys decide to treat the girls again the next day to some mimosas and whatnot. Honestly, this is very nice for them, but it makes for very boring TV. The guys give the girls massages and even cut up little cucumber slices for their eyes. I fast-forwarded through most of this. Then they get a text. They have a challenge that involves the girls wearing sexy flight attendant outfits. I fast-forwarded through this. Luca was jealous, though, that Gemma kissed or licked Adam's chest. I mean, it's a challenge. It's not that big a deal, but this is Luca. But later on, he's like, no, I'm not mad about it. Then they fight, and half the episode is dedicated to this kind of fight. They eventually go to the terrace, and he says that of all the girls, she went for it the most. And he didn't like seeing the girl that he loves do that with other guys. She thinks he's being dramatic. And then they get a text. They're all together around the fire pit, and one couple will be going home tonight. The couples with the fewest votes are Dami and India, Paige and Adam, and Danica and Jamie, but we're left on a cliffhanger at the end of this episode. In episode 52, Danica and Jamie are going home. Jamie says that he's going to give it a go with Danica on the outside, which is nice. They have their farewell. So it looks like the gang is going to be tasked with taking care of babies. Those mechanical babies that cry or whatever. It's very adorable. I can't explain it, but I love the way the couples interact with the kids. It's cute. Davide even puts sunscreen on the doll. The kids won't stop crying though, and it's a lot. I do think that since they don't really do much in the villa, it's just nice for them to do something else. The girls then get a text. They're going to be getting a day out, and the boys are going to be staying behind to take care of the kids. The girls have a nice day while the boys are back in the villa with the kids. Anyway, it is a lot to watch, like too much to watch an entire episode of this, like parenthood. I want nothing to do with it, so I'm not entertained by this after like 5 minutes. They go to a baby disco. I'll fast forward it through all of this. Ekin Su starts singing a lullaby as they put the babies to bed, and she low-key has a really good voice actually, I think. Then there's an interesting conversation between Gemma and Luca. He asks, do you think I'd be a good dad? And she says yes. And when he asks, to your kids? She answers, I think you'd be a good dad. I mean, this could have been a swerve. I read this as a swerve. And if so, good for Gemma, but I noticed. Episode 53 is quite a short one. It's all the dates, the final epic date that the couples are going on. Adam and Paige are going to be having their first date. And by the way, when the girls are having a chat, Ekin Su is like, have you realized how tired we are from the babies? I kind of adore her. Anyway, she almost lets slip in this moment that she loves Davide, but she doesn't fully say it yet. Gemma is happy, or at least she says she is. Paige and Adam go on a boat ride and a romantic lunch. I'm happy for her. She looks stunning. It's boring, but I guess boring in a good way, as in there's no drama, there are no issues here, it seems. I did fast forward a little bit because it's much of the same conversation about how much they like each other and are looking forward to a future together on the outside. It is a very impressive setting though. They're on a boat in the Mediterranean and Paige is happy. Adam tells the boys that he's buzzing. It's good. Then India's like, I got a text, and she and Dami go on their final epic date. Davide teaches Dami some dance moves. I'm telling you, Davide has been winning me over these last couple of episodes. Then India and Dami go into this small little town square for some flamenco dancing, I think. They dance along and oh my goodness, the colors are just amazing. They look amazing, and they have tapas for lunch. I had to skip some of the romance talk as usual, but Dami does very adorably ask India if she can be his girlfriend. This should be cringy, but it's actually very, very cute. India says yes, obviously. After the date, India and Dami are chatting. They're all excited. This is also another great date. Then it's time for Ekin Su and Davide's date. They go to this kind of Colosseum type place lit up by candles. There's a romantic tenor performance, kind of like Andrea Bocelli, but not. Please pardon my ignorance. Anyway, I skipped most of the romantic bit, but I can tell you that Davide did tell Ekin that he loves her, and she says it back and they kiss. They're happy. Anyway, those are the 3 dates that we get this episode, and I'm guessing the rest of them are going to be tomorrow. In episode 54, we have a continuation of the dates. First, Andrew and Tasha, they're on a beach surrounded by roses. Tasha apparently loves roses. It's very romantic. They have their romantic chatter and they look very good together and very happy. Gemma and Luca have their date next in some kind of courtyard that reminds me of the Alhambra in Granada. Again, it's all very pretty. It's like on a floating pool and there's a violinist there playing romantic music. Gemma is a stunning girl, but for some reason she always loves to wear brown. Anyway, I think that they're both being genuine about their feelings for each other, but I don't know what it is. Like, maybe it's because I don't really like Luca for her as a boyfriend. I don't know, something is just always off with them. But they do look happy. Gemma says that she's happy, so sure. Tonight as well, the Islanders will vote for the couple that they think is least compatible. Obviously, the couple with the most votes risks going home. Gemma and Luca discuss voting for Ekin and Davide. Gemma thinks that Davide sees Ekin as the best option in the house. Not that his feelings aren't completely genuine, but it just makes the most sense to be with Ekin as well. Luca references the fights that they've had in the house, and he says that if that happens on the outside, it doesn't look so good. He also says that he feels that Andrew and Tasha have moved quite fast, and he just doesn't buy it. Ekin and Davide discuss Gemma and Luca, and they say that he's way more into her than she is into him. And yeah, she just doesn't give that energy back. India thinks that Ekin is more into Davide than he is into her. You know, Ekin is one of my favorites, but I think Gemma and India are right about this. Davide has this really cute moments, but I'm not completely convinced. Andrew and Tasha think that Ekin and Davide might not work on the outside world. India expresses concerns about how Luca might react to guys even being around Gemma on the outside. Adam and Paige say the same thing. Anyway, all of the couples given their text votes, Ekin and Davide receive the most votes, meaning they are voted the least compatible couple with 4 votes. Luca and Gemma come in second with 3 votes. Paige and Adam receive 2, and Tasha and Andrew receive 1 vote. Only Dami and India are safe because they didn't receive any votes. Now, of all the couples who are at risk, it's the public's turn to vote for who they feel are at least compatible. I know that the finale is on Monday, so yeah, I'll probably have a video up on Tuesday next week. Anyway, feel free to share your thoughts and thank you for watching.